Hi folks, Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell diesel trucks of all kinds, folks. We've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. They're such great values and our customers like them. We like diesel trucks. Today we're going to list one of the nicest ones we've had in a long time, and one that's pretty hard to find. It's a 2016 Ford F350. 2016 Ford F350 Platinum. Loaded out with everything. A beautiful truck, only got 67,000 miles on it. Sitting on a perfect set of tires. Just a great looking truck. And before you bid or before you look, shop around, see what they're bringing. Look at what a new one brings. It's 2 years newer is all, versus what you can buy this truck for. You talk about a value. Here it is, beautiful truck, great stance. Glass is perfect, paint's beautiful. You can see here, this is a matching set of expensive tires on it.
Firestone Destinations, 35 inch.
Under here, there's no rust or any of that. We've had this truck for quite some time, been using it, like it a lot. Whoever buys it is going to get a jam-up truck. Every available option you can see in here. It's a platinum. Look at the seats. Look at the carpet, expensive mats. Everything about this truck is just the way it ought to be, and it is beautiful. Dan will show you. You can see inside here, we didn't have to clean it up or any of that. This is just the way we got it. Doesn't show any wear. See the kick panel's no wear.
Well, this is 16. It's not like the 05s and stuff we're usually selling where we gotta talk about it. It's just kind of supposed to not have any. Flip up cup holders. We got the inverter, 110 and 12 volt power, AC vents. Got the lockable storage compartment under the seats. Got the subwoofer set up. Of course, the Southern truck, not even any corrosion. Got the rear tow package, full size spare tires underneath. Bed's never been cut for a turnover ball or a gooseneck. It's got the chrome package. Chrome tow hooks, chrome exhaust tip. Got the step.
That's a cool truck, folks. I'm telling you, it is a cool truck. Look at it. I don't know that anything's been hauled around the bed. The bed lines are absolutely straight as they can be.
Has rear parking sensors.
See down the side here, it's not picked up, dinged up, beat up. If you don't shove me around anymore.
Well, nobody wants to see the back of your head.
Well, I mean, move the camera.
It's got the mud flaps I put on it, so keep the rocks from pecking up the paint. You can see under here just how it came.
This boy was born 44 years ago today, folks. Can you believe that? If you've got 44-year-old children, I can't believe it. Happy birthday, buddy. Look back there. Beautiful.
Got the WeatherTech mats.
Why are we selling this truck? We can't replace it. Why are we selling it? Look at this. This is a beautiful truck, folks, and it's pretty much...
Well, it's paid for it. I need the money.
And said it was pick proof. Not going to say it's pick proof. It is to me, but I'm sure somebody... Power seats on both sides. Carpet's brand new under there. Dash is perfect. Books and records and all that. No mud. No kids headed out in the mud hole. Nobody's been deer hunting in it. None of that. It's not mudded up. If you go down to your local Ford dealer, they'll have one just like it. It won't be any nicer, but it'll be about $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 more than you can buy this one for. I promise you. Go check. This is a great truck. It's a 2016 Ford F350 turbo diesel. Only got 60,000 miles on it.
67.
67, sitting on a perfect set of tires. Got every option you could possibly daydream on a truck. It's beautiful inside and out. Runs and drives the very, very best. Whoever buys this, boy, you're going to have a great ride home. I mean, a great ride home. And if, in fact, you decide to ship it, you'll be tickled when you see it. You'll recognize the truck. The color is beautiful. The paint's wonderful. Just everything about it's quality. And it is a high dollar truck, folks. But it's going to be a value in this auction. 2016 low mileage platinum truck with every option. 4-wheel drive, you got it all, folks. Wonderful, wonderful truck's going to be a great value. Thanks for watching our sale. We do appreciate it. Look forward to visiting with you about this truck and seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.
Hey folks, Dan Dell here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck, and I'm going to take you on a test drive. But before I do, just wanted to show you under the hood. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how it came in. So you can see it's not completely 100% detailed, but it's not covered in dirt and all that crap. And you can tell this truck has spent very little, if any, time in the mud, because all these bare aluminum pieces, like this heat shield, once they've been splashed by mud on a hot engine, they get this brown patina that we just can't clean off. I'll show you under the cap, a little bit of smoke, although if you look back at our old videos, every 6.7 and 4 we've got smokes. I had a 16,000 mile one a couple years ago that smoked worse than this. But the main thing is, you see I set the cap down, it doesn't blow off. That means there's no blow-by. And what blow-by is engine compression getting past the piston rings and into the crankcase. Not necessarily the sign of a bad engine, but it's a sign of wear that's not present on this truck. So just wanted to show you all that, and we'll close the hood. You can see no pecks in the hood. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 pecks in the bumper if you're looking real hard. Got the door entry. I've had this truck a while now. This has been my personal truck, but basically I just don't use it. You will see the low fuel lights on. I'm going to stop up here in a second and get some fuel, but I want to go over a few things first before we get going. You can see it's got the electric shift, 4-wheel drive. Let me back out of this. You can see the front axles are lit blue when it's in 4-wheel drive. I'm trying to get sick here. See, they turn white when it's off. Hill descent control, I mean that's traction control. Exhaust brake, tow command, upfitter switches, 110 outlet up front. Now here's the cool part. You can see you got the backup camera. You can turn those grid lines on or off, but you see when I cut the wheel, how they turn to show you where you're going to end up, which that's a pretty handy feature. And I'll drop it back in drive. It goes off after you hit a certain speed. Or you can change it to where it goes off as soon as you pull it out of reverse. It's up to you. I have the delay on. It does have Bluetooth. You can Bluetooth your phone in. So all you gotta do is hit the little voice button, and you can say, like, you know, set channel Sirius 102, and it'll change the channel. It'll dial your contacts, do all that. It's got of course Bluetooth, AM/FM Sirius, CD, USB, satellite, SD card, AV inputs. You can see all those inputs there, USB, AV, all that. It's a nice little handy spot. Keep up with receipts and stuff. On your climbing in, of course, you got heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, dual zone auto climbing. Of course, you have rear vents as well. And of course, the best part, the navigation. Now, I don't have it activated, but you can get where is it? You can get Sirius Travel Link, and if you have that with your Sirius subscription, what it'll show you, which I don't think I've had, I don't, but it'll overlay weather on top of your map. So if there's rain or something or whatever, it'll overlay on top of the map. And plus, if you have a destination put in and it shows any traffic issues en route, it'll pop up and say, do you want to avoid this? And you can tell it yes. It'll route you around slowdowns and stuff. So pretty handy feature. Of course, it's got memory, 2-position memories for the seat and everything. It's got the heated power folding mirrors, and they also go out, and you can see you can run them back in for the tow mirror part. It does have the power pedals right there. Got the wood grain, which is just perfect. Of course, you know, we're used to disclaiming these trucks one that, because usually we sell them, they have 200,000 and 300,000 miles. So this one only has 67. So if I mention stuff, you know, as being in good shape, that should obviously be in good shape. That's just out of habit, because we're used to having trucks with a lot more miles. Now, as usual though, you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work, because I'm driving with one hand and filming with the other on some of the very worst roads in the city of Jackson. But one thing you can take away from all these potholes I'm trying to dodge is the truck's tight. There's not any squeaks or bangs or rattles coming from the front or underneath or any of that. All that's good on it. I did forget to mention, I guess I ought to just stop while I'm thinking about it and point it out. This truck has all kinds of cool stuff on the dash. It has gauge modes like your oil temp, trans temp, compass heading, fuel economy, which not so hot right now, 14.4, because I just got done pulling a camper up from Hattiesburg, so it's a little lower than usual. But it's got, like, if I turn the wheel, you can see it tells your angle of inclination and declination, and if you have a trailer, you can program different trailers in to you know, keep up with how many miles you put on each trailer, all that. One cool thing it does have, you see but you see the plus minus. You see the 1 through 6 on the right. See, I can lock out gears. So like right now, it only shift through 4th, through 5th, through 6th, and you can lock them down all the way to 1st, which is handy if you're towing and you're in traffic and you don't want it shifting back and forth, or, you know, different reasons like that. If you're in hills, lock out 6th gear if you're pulling something heavy. So it's real handy as far as that goes. Now this truck, I don't know if you can see it over there at Dad's place. I'm about to sell my toy hauler as well. That's what I pulled it with, this truck, and it's about 12,000 pounds fully loaded up, and you can't even feel it on this truck, because it's got the tow package with the extra leaf spring and all that. Now, compared to some F350s I've had, they were squatting the ground with that trailer hooked up, but with this truck, hook it up, it's sitting just like it should. That's the nice thing about, well, A, being an F350, not a 250, and B, having the tow package. But basically the reason I'm selling it, like I said, is it's paid off. There's not going to be any weight on the title. I have the title on hand. It's just a lot of money to sit tied up on something I use maybe once or twice a year, because I have a car to drive regularly, and we've just used it to go on some trips and need to pull something. And, well, you know, I sell trucks. I've always got trucks around, so it just doesn't make any sense to have this much money tied up in a truck that's paid for. So I'm going to get rid of it. Other things I can nitpick, it does not have any cracks in the windshield. It does have a few pecks. There's a peck there. There's a little peck down towards the bottom. I think there's one more. I can't remember where it is. No cracks. They're not running, but they're there. I can get a new windshield. It won't say Super Duty at the top, but I can get a new windshield for $125 if it bugs you. Or I think one that says Super Duty is like $250. It's a lot more. Not really worth it to me, but to be a fairly aggressive tread on these tires, they're not super loud. I mean, you can hear them a little bit, but they don't just, you know, howl going down the road. You know, they don't ride like a Cadillac either, but they ride like a truck. They don't bounce you around or anything, though. So it's a good ride. Not a rough riding truck, even to be an F350 with a tow package. And like I said, it doesn't ride like a Cadillac, but it rides fine. And of course, being a 16, it's not really that old and not really that many miles. It's still under the factory powertrain warranty, which is 5 years, 100,000 miles. So that's the only reason I haven't deleted it, is because I wanted to keep it under warranty. Now, if you're interested, you can call me 601-376-9869 to discuss the options as far as deleting it. But honestly, you don't really pick up maybe 1 mile per gallon, and these already have 440 horsepower and something like 900 foot-pounds of torque. So it's really not necessary. I don't care what they say on these Facebook groups and forums and stuff, there's not much point in deleting the 6.7 because they already have a lot of power. And I mean, you're not going to drag race in it. Well, I guess if you delete it, you could. The 15s and up 6.7s have extra 40 horsepower thanks to bigger turbo, bigger injectors. So you can turn them up way more than the earlier ones if you want. Honestly, I'll leave it alone. But that's up to you. If you're interested, we can discuss the options. If you want to fly in, drive this truck home, you can. I would not hesitate to hop in it, drive it absolutely anywhere. We'll be glad to pick you up at Jackson International Airport anytime during the day, during the week. No extra charge. We'll come back and do all the paperwork and feedback and everything and put you on the road. Or you may be like a lot of our customers who are from the Northeast or the Midwest. You may not have time to spend several days flying or driving in and then driving home. And so with that in mind, we understand you'd probably be interested in shipping. Well, don't let the idea of having to deal with that dissuade you from wanting to buy the truck. Don't let the idea of having to the prices you get, if you look online, scare you off, because depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as half off. And the reason for that is most of these guys you find online for shipping quotes aren't really shippers. They're just brokers. And they'll charge you hundreds of dollars up front, and they'll call it a deposit. But all it really is their broker's fee for arranging transportation through somebody else. Well, they all use this one website called Central Dispatch to do that. And we have spent the thousands of dollars it costs to be on Central Dispatch, so we can basically offer our customers wholesale rates on shipping. It's no extra charge to our customers. Although if you're not our customer, we'll do it for $50. But we'd rather you be our customer, we'll do it for free. And if you're interested, you can shoot me an email or text me 601-376-9869. I'll get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. And like I said, if you're anywhere near Dallas or Houston or Atlanta or pretty much anywhere in the state of Florida, then I can get you a real good deal on shipping. So like I said, if you're interested, text me or email me excuse me, with your zip code for a quote, and I'll be glad to get you one. It'll be a good ballpark figure. And basically the way it works is, if you buy the truck, you FedEx me a cashier's check or wire me the money to my bank, no PayPal, and as soon as I get the money, I post it for shipment, and I just wait to hear from somebody that can haul it. We've had them picked up the same day they're posted. We've had them take a week. The average is a few days, just depending on where you're at. And when they drop the truck off, you don't pay me a deposit or anything. When they drop off the truck, you hand them the cash for the shipping, and that's it. So, like I said, if you're interested, shoot me a text or an email with your zip, and I'll get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. If you have any questions about the truck, call me. Want to know what it takes to buy it, want to make an offer, want to know about deleting it, any of that, any questions at all, give me a call, 601-376-9869. I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have. Like I said, I've had this truck quite a while now, and so I know all about it. This has been my personal truck. So any questions, give me a call. Once again, 601-376-9869. Appreciate you watching the video and listening to everything we've had to say, and look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you. Oh, before I forget, there were a couple other things I wanted to point out. You see, we've been driving a while. No lights lit, no service lights, check lights, any of that. Everything's good on it. It does have these nice little storage areas down here. You can lift these out and make one big compartment. I mentioned that. Automatic dimming rearview mirror. Power sliding rear window. I don't know if you can see that. 2 sets of sunglasses holders, which I don't know why 2, but it's got them. You can program your garage door if it's set up for that. Program it right there. in here. It's got extra power, coin holders and stuff. And I even forgot, in that storage underneath, that lockable storage, there's even a 12-volt outlet under there, so you can put something in that needs to be charged. It does have the curtain airbags, Sony speakers, steering wheel controls, pretty much everything. So like I said, if you have any questions, give me a call. Thanks. Figured I'd go ahead and show you this underneath compartment. It goes all the way across, although these seats lock separately. But you can see the 12-volt outlet under here. You drop that down. Heated rear glass as well as power slide. Last thing I want to mention, my car's in the shop. I am driving this truck every day, so the mileage is subject to go up some. If it's a big concern, call me before you bid and I'll tell you the current mileage. It won't be that much difference, but just covering my bases, so thanks again.